What do you want to see in the future of your own guitar playing? Less mistakes, quicker moving fingers, I would say.
Hello, you sent in your questions for Alastair and there were so many of them we've had to do a part 2 video. So here we are with a completely new setup. Obviously it's a new setup. I'm wearing a different t-shirt. It clearly isn't the same day 2 minutes later.
I've changed my pants.
There we go. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's give it a go.
Johnny Headphones, which famous musicians do you admire? It's Mike Mills from REM. That's what I'd say. Underrated harmonies as a backing singer as well. This is a question from Emma. Which guitarist first sparked your earliest interest in playing the instrument? I suppose my Uncle Graham, because I knew that he was a guitarist. He also played steel pedal guitar in a country band.
Got to get a lap steel.
Yeah. So it was probably him, and he lent me his guitar. So that was my first exposure to the guitar when he lent me his Telecaster,
Wow.
which is a very nice Telecaster. Captain, you're at the gig, but James, Mays, and Captain are delayed. Fortunately, 3 famous musicians show up. They know the set and are willing to join you on stage. Which 3 people would you want? So I need a replacement drummer for Captain, who's alive. That would help. Okay. Let's go. Simon Gilbert, I think, is the drummer in Suede. So go with him. I need another person playing bass, replacing you. See, I'm not very good on the spot remembering people and names. A bass player. Let's say Nicky Wire from the Manic Street Preachers. No, let's have Mike Mills from REM. Because he's going to do good harmonies as well, backing vocals. And then need...
Choice.
Yes, well, and then a lead guitarist to replace Mays. Lead guitar... is the clock ticking? Can we have Johnny Marr?
Yeah.
Do you have particular sounds in mind when playing guitar parts, or is it more about how you'll play rhythm technically? Accented notes, up and down strums, etc. I don't know. I don't really have sounds in my mind when playing parts. It is more about the actual rhythm part for me. Captain, oh God, when did you first realise how absorbent flip-flops are? I think it was when I went into the sea when the tide was in once, Captain. This is a question from Beth. Which Ether City song is hardest to play and which is easiest? Which one do I mess up most on? I mess up on a lot, don't I? Lolita, I mess up intros on that a lot. And what was that song where I forgot a whole chunk of the song when we played the Gold Coast pub in South London once? Nightmare of My Own Making.
Yeah.
A whole chunk missing on that.
Yeah.
Easiest song. Easiest. Well, I don't know about easiest. Most fun is House on Sand.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the easiest. What do you want to see in the future of your own guitar playing? Less mistakes, quicker moving fingers, I would say. Andy Moore. In the song My Rose, the protagonist goes off to Kenya, but with who? It's the bloke from Allied Carpets. And she wasn't immunised. That's a legal requirement. Do you remember that? If you could go open a show for any artist, who would it be? Any artist. Open a show. I suppose let's just pick someone big, because then it means you're in a stadium, doesn't it? Say Ed Sheeran. Because then you know you're playing in front of a big crowd. Magica Madam. This is a new name. We haven't had a question from this person yet. I hope I read that out right. New music. Any bands interesting at the moment that you're listening to? I don't know if they're that new. Wet Leg, I think, are quite good. There we go. Andrew Casey, favourite pedal? The accelerator. What sort of guitarist do you see yourself as? Rhythm, something more akin to Woods, Roddy Wood or Keith Richards. It's rhythm, isn't it? My fingers don't move quick enough to do anything fiddly. I can't do fiddly things. Standard chords. Don't deviate from them. Andy Moore again. Who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight between Brooklyn Brawler and Ric Flair? I was watching some Ric Flair videos earlier, actually. Woo! It would be Ric Flair because he'd unleashed the old four-figure leg lock, wouldn't he? Okay, Chris, pork or lamb? Pork or lamb? They're the main two. Lamb. Pork can be a bit dry and chewy, can't it? Let's be honest. Hattie, money no object. What guitar would you buy? Oh,
Money no object.
it would be nice to have a Rickenbacker. They're not the cheapest.
No, they're not.
I'd probably still stick with a Telly as well, though. But yeah. Let's say Rickenbacker, because I'm never going to buy one. I won't ever get that chance.
Feel free to buy him
Yes. Start saving up now, please.
Yeah.